and welcome to my channel. I'm John, and today we're gonna have a look at the Civivi Wyvern knife. A knife I didn't expect very much from, or rather I didn't have any higher expectations, but it certainly surprised me very much. The coffee is ready, and I'll just have a sip. First of all, let's have a look at the knife. Here you have it in all its glory, and as you can see, different type of scales, but we'll get back to that. First of all, this knife, Civivi Wyvern, comes in a white cardboard box with the Civivi logo, very clean design, and it comes in Europe at around €60, and I think a little cheaper in American dollars, because generally everything is cheaper over there. And even surprising for a knife in this price range, a nice little pouch with a cloth and so on. And yeah, that's what it comes with. So I don't know, I don't use it very much when I have picked the knife out of it, but yeah, it's nice that they do a little bit of nice packaging for you. So that's how it looks. But let's go ahead with the knife. Civivi is a brand, the budget brand of budget brand of Wii knives, and yeah, you can argue what do you think of the name Civivi, but at least they make some very nice knives. And I could mention the Backlash, one of the first, and the Naja, or Naja, however you pronounce that. And then they made some knives a little more expensive. And that would be, among them, that would be this one, Civivi Wyvern. And without further ado, let's have a look at it. Comes with a D2 steel blade, around 8 centimeters. I will put the correct measurements in the video as we go along for you to read. A satin blade finish, and as you can see, a fuller that goes, I'll just keep it in focus and point with the other finger, that goes all the way to the hole and through the whole knife. And some people like fullers, some people don't. I think it adds a bit of character, but you could argue that it also collects a little bit of crud. Yeah, that's more personal preference, I think. On top of the blade, some jimping, which is quite nice, not tearing away, not non-functional, but it's quite reasonable. And a sharpening choil / finger choil on the bottom of the blade, and the blade is, I'll try to show you, I don't know, probably very difficult to see, but the blade is extremely hollow ground, and which makes it a very thin blade, right up to the top here, the back of the spine of the knife, which is around 3 millimeter, a little less perhaps, at the thickest, and then it thins out very nicely. But the hollow grind makes it so thin and so sharp. It's actually so thin that you can flex the blade a little bit, and that's, yeah, razor sharp. Very nice edge, and it's very good at what it does, which is being a knife. Handles are in FRN, and as you can see, this beautiful pattern, like scales. And this is, of course, where the knife got its name. Wyvern is supposed to be a dragon-like creature, I think in some mythology over from Britain. And you can see there's a scales pattern here. And for those of you who know Wii knives, this pattern they used in a different knife first. It was the Wii Knives 604, one of the very first Wii knives, and it would by then it was milled out in titanium, which was amazing considering how much work this must have taken to program. Perhaps a little less impressive in plastic, where you can just mold it or cast it. Sorry, I can't remember the English expression, but yeah, it's rather easier to make in plastic, in my opinion. But a very, very beautiful pattern, and it makes it a little bit more rough so that you can hang onto it a little better. It is a little bit smooth though. It's not the most grippy knife, but the pattern definitely helps. This lanyard hole here at the back, which is a part of the back spacer. Then we have the pocket clip milled out, and one of my pet peeves have been the pocket clips, and this one doesn't take very much material. I'm not that impressed with the pocket clip, I have to admit that. And one other thing that won't impress a lot of lefties is, of course, that is a right carry, and only a right carry. Same scales pattern on this side, and we have ordinary black pivot screw, and then we have the nested liners inside the knife. Not a very heavy knife, the weight will be somewhere around here. And fit and finish, centering is perfect, nicely rounded off all around. The no sharp edges really, and that is of course a beautiful thing. Everything is very smooth and centering perfect. No up and down, side to side blade play, and yeah, very, very nice fit and finish. Ergonomically, this is a very, very nice knife. It fits my hand just perfectly. I'm a size 9, a large hand, and this fits my my hand so perfectly in reverse grip and draw cut. Everything is very, very nice, and even more the functioning, the action of this knife is so fucking beautiful. It snaps out. For those of you who are familiar with the Kaiser Dukes, this is in that territory, Kaiser Vanguard Dukes that is, and it is so snappy. And even though the blade is very light, it is not drop shotty, but it falls shut with a little bit of assistance, and it is so snappy. You can, no matter how you try, you can hardly make it fail, and you can middle finger flick it like Spyderco knives. A bit difficult behind the camera, but I'll show you no matter how you do it. And you can thumb flick it, you can roll it out with your thumb, and this is just an amazing action. And I have to tell you, all in all, this knife is one of the most amazing knives I've had in recent time. I bought it maybe 3 weeks ago, and I would say that this has been in my pocket 80% of the time. It is a wonderful, wonderful knife. I really, really love it. And for a guy who likes to fidget my knives, this is so nice. It doesn't destroy your fingers. Only little pet peeve would be, if I can make it focus, the why a lot of companies choose to make this hook shape in your flipper. I don't understand. It does tend to your finger ends up just pushing down against the most pointy part of the flipper, and that's a shame, because that's a bit painful if you continue to fidget with it, but not a big issue. This is just so snappy anyway. Detailed, perfect, very, very, very nice action. I am truly amazed by this, as I am by this knife. It is a very, very lovely knife. Definitely a gem in my book, definitely a recommendation. Very nice steel, D2. I definitely recommend this. Very, very nice knife. And with this, have a nice day, evening, whatever it is in your country. Bye bye.